The crowd on their feet in appreciation. Well taken.
PES vs FIFA, episode 3, and this time we're moving into the 21st century, the Xbox 360, PES 2009, FIFA 09. PES 2009 was developed by Konami, is also known in Korea and Japan as World Soccer Winning 11 2009. It was released in Europe on the 17th of October 2008 on PC, PS3 and Xbox 360, with releases on the PS2 and the PSP following on the 31st of October and the 7th of November that year. Cover star was Lionel Messi, who also featured in the advertising campaigns for the game as well. The features included a Become a Legend mode, and it was the officially licensed game of the Champions League rights previously held by EA. In terms of its reception, decent though not necessarily great, a 7 out of 10 rating from Eurogamer and a slightly improved 8.5 out of 10 from IGN.com. FIFA 09 was developed by EA Canada and released by EA Sports. The game came out on the 3rd of October 2008, released on PC, PS2, PS3, Xbox 360, the Nintendo DS, the Wii, and weirdly the Nokia N-Gage, and something called a Zebo. The cover stars were Ronaldinho and Wayne Rooney. The tagline was "Let's FIFA 09," which makes basically no sense when you think about it. And it had features for the first time including user-controlled celebration, something called the Adidas Live Season, which is a paid-for mode, and the very first appearance of Ultimate Team. The game was reviewed very well, IGN.com giving it an 8.6 out of 10. It was also given the Editor's Choice Award as well.
I fouled him there.
Just in case anyone was unsure.
Oh, hey! Fernando! Oh my word, he's through! Robbie Keane! Robbie Keane! Keane! He's done it! Oh my word! The 9 men of Liverpool! Oh! In your face, matey!
So you just have to play it round.
Maybe one of you could get anywhere near him. No, okay. Just
Oh yes!
just let him score.
Great goal.
Just like that.
Wes.
Oh.
What a pen! It's a paycheck off the ball moment! Doesn't matter what game it is, doesn't matter what year it is. He's always a danger from situations like that.
Well, go ahead, on. You've got to stay down the middle. We've played too many versions.
I don't know.
But really, you know I've done better than 5-1 and 6-1.
We might not even have time to show the goal.
Yeah. Just leave mine out.
What's he pulled up for? Like a Get in! He's not giving up for
Sorry, I wasn't even watching. I was laughing at how bad what I'd done.
Oh my god. Oh, that is disgusting!
It's not as bad as what you did to my keeper.
Oh my god, get him off, for f***'s sake. That's
How dare
absolutely
you
right.
bring that to this? How you bring it to this football match?
Oh my word,
great
what
goal.
a goal. That's got to be a foul!
Yeah, yeah, it was. Oh.
Yep.
Ah!
Bang it.
I'm trying. Shoot! Oh, he's come for the extravagance!
Come on, Cambiasso.
Have you moved him further forwards?
Oh, f*** off Esteban! Esteban Cambiasso, why? Get in! You
Finish!
f***! Cut!
Yeah, don't press the home button.
Oh, oh,
Offside?
So, review time.
PES 2009, FIFA 09. I think the general consensus is this is going to be the tightest one we've had yet, if nothing else. Again, though, we're going to kick off with licenses. As much as I'm pleased to see Liverpool as a licensed team on PES 2009, one thing that both of them got wrong, and I remember this from the time, is they got the colour of the numbers on Liverpool's away kit wrong. They had them as red, which is what I always thought they should have been, and it's one of the biggest annoyances of the way the Premier League was. The numbers were actually white. There you go. That's a piece of random, totally uninteresting trivia for you right off the bat. But yeah, FIFA gets it to know. It's standard.
It's standard 1-0 up.
Standard 1-0. Graphics.
For me, I preferred the overall look of Pro Evo 2009 when you're actually playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't really, when I'm looking at graphics computer games, the cutscenes don't really bother me because you're not playing the game.
Yeah.
So for the feel of what you were doing and what you could see and stuff, PES 2009,
Yeah. What about you?
I think it's really close. I think FIFA normally have the cutscenes and all the graphical layout over. PES don't they? But I don't know, I didn't see what you were saying about the in-game graphics. I thought they were very much of a muchness.
I think that when it comes down to it, which and it was actually a comment in on the last show, I think, or the first show, about what categories that we don't have an animation category. Now, I wasn't going to add it because it meant totally redesigning the board, and we've done two, so we may as well stick to categories. But so we'll kind of, animation has to sort of come between graphics and controls, I guess, to some extent. And PES is still like this to some extent, feels very move, turn, you know what I mean? Whereas, although when you're playing it, it feels smoother in a weird way. FIFA looks, you know what I mean? The players don't move in as stilted a fashion on it. I don't know. I think the cutscenes, if let's talk about them, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And the goal and the instant the instant replays and stuff.
The first one that I scored with Van Nistelrooy, I think it was, volley near post, looked incredible.
Yeah.
And it's the movement on the camera and him and his body movements all looked top. So I would, but as I said, I actually think what matters is what you actually play on.
I'd go a draw.
I would tend to edge towards FIFA. If we're going for FIFA draw and PES, then it's a draw overall. Controls. Now this is always going to be tricky because
we prefer Pro Evo.
We're used to Pro Evo controls. Now you switched to alternate.
Yeah.
Did that make it easier?
I am going to say that this is the first time that I felt that FIFA controls were better than Pro Evo controls.
Okay.
And I've obviously switched to Pro Evo buttons, so take that what you will. But the pad with the game felt smoother.
Yeah.
Run being R2, that trigger button, having that ability to press a little bit and press loads, it just felt nicer. And the position of the analog stick is in a better place for me as an Xbox owner. Mm-hmm. I like the analog stick on the left-hand side, not inside, on the fully out. So, and the run button being there, it all just felt smoother in my hand with FIFA. I would prefer, though, if you put me on a PlayStation pad, I'd have said no. Yeah. That didn't work, but we weren't playing on a PlayStation. So I've got to give it to FIFA in this one, and I'm surprised.
Yeah, Aubrey?
Pretty much exactly the same. I've never really owned an Xbox, so I'm relatively new to the pad, and I found pressing that button to run really hard on PES, just because I want to hold a pad like that, and I unnaturally had to tilt my hand like that.
Yeah.
Whereas with FIFA being on the trigger, it just felt like running, and I don't know whether that was the game. I really struggled with running on PES.
What it boils down to, and we were having this chat before, is that we've reached an era now where there's so many finer details to control systems on that. I actually think there isn't on Pro Evo 2009. It's basically the same game that it's been for years, and we'll come to PES 6 and what have you in due course on this show. But we play a lot of PES 6 in general. It's basically an updated version of that game.
Yeah. Same engine, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, didn't really need to know much different on that. Whereas I felt that FIFA was good, but I know there was loads
hidden
that I wasn't.
To it.
Exactly, that I wasn't getting my head around, which says to me that there's more. There is more to FIFA, so I'm happy to give that to FIFA 09. Game modes.
Sparse across the board.
Yeah, well, actually not. In PES, definitely. You're talking the Champions League, which is great to see that that licensed. I think that was the first time that was licensed on that, which is cool. And it's nice. Ultimately, when you get into an exhibition game, who gives a shit if it's got the Champions League graphics in the corner of the screen and what have you? FIFA had all kinds, different, like the Adidas Live mode, and there was the manager mode, and there was this, and there was that large where you can set up online games, and there was that the loading screen thing as well, which I guess you could class as a mode.
Yeah, well, you play a
There was no training, or that we could find.
Well, yeah, no training though. Actually, yeah, it's. What do we reckon?
I've got to, for the sheer number, you've got to give it to FIFA.
Yeah.
I don't like Become a Legend mode. I never have done on Pro Evo. I find it really boring.
Yeah.
I think it's a waste of. But I know people enjoy that.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. I've not been able to play penalties. Me off again.
Yeah.
Because there's something that I would actually do. But I don't know what that Adidas is about, to be perfectly honest with you. But there are more on FIFA 09, so I'd give it to that.
And even things like when you're playing the game, I mean, I know you can set this ahead of time on Pro Evo, like set the match rules, but just being able to go to a golden goal or straight to penalties
at that point
and
in the
stuff
game,
like that. Like, what do you reckon then?
I don't know. I think it's a really tough one to call.
Because you've counted your answer, so I know you've got an answer to this.
I haven't got one.
All right, FIFA 09.
FIFA 09. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with FIFA.
Okay. Free kicks. Didn't get to grips with FIFA free kicks.
No.
At all.
I don't know whether that, because I agree with you, I don't know whether that's me not playing FIFA before, but Pro Evo, the free kicks were exactly the same. I had a little go on my own when we weren't filming and stuff, scored a couple.
Yeah.
Loved the fact that I could score a free kick underneath the wall.
Class. I actually tried that in our game on FIFA to see if that was a thing.
No. What happened?
Hit the wall.
Basically hit the wall. Yeah, I'm happy to give free kicks to Pro Evo, because the PES free kick system stayed the same for a very, very, very long time, and it's different. It's only changed in the last couple of years, and I'm not sure whether that's for the better. I've always enjoyed it. The actual pens. You get trouble with the pens on Pro Evo?
With both of them.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think when I played the Pro Evo ones, there was a couple of times where I was pressing bottom left and it went top left, or vice versa. And then in the FIFA ones, couldn't get it to hit the edge.
Yeah.
It was either left of centre or right of centre. Wow, that didn't move a lot. I was top bidding that bad boy.
Yeah. Overall, are we happy to go with the
I'm happy with a draw. I think they're the same. They're very, very similar.
Okay. Commentary.
It's always FIFA, isn't it?
It's always FIFA.
Well, I think we've got a FIFA.
Well, you mentioned it a couple of times in the comments, though, that you didn't like what he shut up Andy Gray and all that.
That was more because he was frustrated about the match.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought Tyler and Gray was really good.
No, because Andy Gray, the computer Gray was
football
trolling
for me.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
That's football.
A lot of injury problems are in Robin, but when he does play, when he is out there, Andy, well, he's worth the admission ticket.
You've got to have him in your team for what we've seen just then. Fabulous stuff.
Mark Lawrenson on Pro Evo, who, as I say, his commentary was actually worse. I didn't think his commentary could be worse than his actual commentary.
Automated Lawrenson.
Just the worst.
I'll tell you something about this keeper job. I've heard he's having an operation to have his hands sewn back on. What a stoomer that is. Good goal, mind.
Fun. I personally enjoyed PES loads more than I enjoy FIFA. I did not enjoy FIFA, which is nice. There was not an unenjoyable game ultimately that we played there. For me, you said it while we were playing that it was FIFA got more enjoyable the more we played it. But which I agree with, but I still enjoyed Pro Evo more than the two of them. What do you reckon, Orb?
I'm probably not going to go back and play either of them because we do the show and we move on. We have our favourite in PES 06. We're playing the new current one. But I'd rather go back and play FIFA and learn FIFA. I think FIFA's got a game there that there's more of a challenge. I pretty much know everything there is about PES because it's the same game engine that's gone in. I don't think it's the best version of PES. I'd rather play 06 or I'd rather play, 15 or whatever. Yeah. It sort of falls between the two very good versions of PES. Yeah. Whereas I think that FIFA 09, it felt a bit different to me, and there's a part of me going, I want to figure out how to get better. I want to figure out how I wasn't being any good there. And I reckon you could get better with repetition and the play.
The thing that spoiled my fun of FIFA was the passing and how
you just couldn't.
The depth.
It was everything just felt treacly when you were trying to pass it in a certain way. You couldn't just ping a ball forward quickly. It had to be. It all felt very, very laboured. But again, that being said, Pro Evo felt like a PS2 game with a nice
better engine.
I'm definitely going for FIFA on this one. I think I came into it, and you always have your preconceptions of what you think you're going to enjoy. Pro Evolution Soccer, for having the same game engine as 3 years before, should have been a much better game, and they've gone backwards.
Yeah.
But that's got nothing to do with fun. The fun for me was in FIFA. It was in learning that engine and playing that engine. And I actually think the Pro Evo passing was just as bad as FIFA in a different way. I thought when you pressed X for a long time, you didn't really get anywhere. When you pressed it for a short time, the pass was kind of the same.
Yeah.
It didn't really have that finesse to it. I agree with you that FIFA didn't have the finesse either, but I don't think either games did. For me, FIFA was a much more fun game, and I really it took me a game to get into it. And you know, the view's a little bit different, and I preferred Pro Evo's sort of wide.
Yeah.
But the fun was for FIFA.
Yeah.
And I'm astounded.
That's
I've
a
given this quite
turnaround in like
comfortably.
an hour's time as well, because you went from this game is the thing I've ever played to enjoying it. So there's got to be something in it that you've actually found enjoyment in it. Yeah, no, fair play. So yeah, fun goes to FIFA. Wow, FIFA 09 has absolutely smashed PES 2009 out of the park. So there we
Smashed
go.
it.
Scores on the doors. Pro Evolution Soccer 2009 gets 3. FIFA 09, 7. There you go. That takes us, if you have a quick look at the league table, then PES still on top, mainly because of the strength of the ISS games at the moment. But yeah, FIFA absolutely clawing it back. That was a conclusive performance from the EA game. So we asked you for your thoughts on what game we should be playing next time. We basically ignored them, as you'll know, and played this one. But, you know, we jumped 10 years ahead. And we're entirely open to suggestions for other years that we can play. You can go back all the way back to 1993, or as new as potentially by next week, the very new games as well. So do let us know in the comments below, and if we like any of the suggestions, ultimately
or if
we
they're
will
working.
go. Or if they work, yeah, fine. We'll go with them. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment on anything and whether you enjoyed these games as a kid, you played them recently, in the comments below.